Everyone, good morning. How the fuck are you doing? I hope it's wonderful. I hope you slept insanely well. Coma type sleep. Good morning, Kinger. How are you today? Oh, go over my ear. Do it. Thank you. This is a Christian Twitch channel?
Hail Satan? Jesus. Mea culpa?
I'm recovering, man. I'm trying to forget that shit. I don't know it anymore. Not at work. Oh, fuck yeah. What kind of weed did you get? Or do you know? That's the stupid question. Half the people in the world have no idea. They just got weed. I'm doing good. I slept well. Slept too well. I think I went into a little bit of a coma, mildly. I was like one of those sleeps where you wake up with really, really severe pillow marks on your face. You like sit up and the pillow peels off. One of those. Those are the best sleeps. Wait, I had a coma last night. Sugar was 4:02 a.m. Wait. You had a coma and then you. Oh my God, why was your sugar so fucking high? Bacon, you need to be careful, motherfucker. Toast, anime, how are you? Good morning, love. I found a new dispensary that had some awesome edibles. It was fun. Ooh, what kind of edibles? Mmm. Hell yeah, dude. I like sour cherry. I had a cherry strain. It's all gone. Yeah. But it was called Cherry Fluff. It was really good though. I liked this strain a lot. I save the pots because they're nice. They're like nice porcelain pots. So that's what when I get weed that's like in sad plastic bags, I put it in the pots because it keeps them nice. Hello, Vimes. How are you, love? That's real high. Waking up with this face, literally, Mickey. Yeah, you wake up and you're like, I'm conscious now. It's the best. I should stretch. I didn't stretch this morning at all. Fackin' dicks. You got a new headset? I mean, your headset's no good if your sugar's 400, Bacon. Seriously, just take care of yourself. I worry about shit like that. But that's what kind of headset? Ooh, a Razer Nari Ultimates. I haven't even heard of that one. I gotta look it up now. A Razer Nari? Ooh, it looks really comfortable. How are the cans? How are the circular cans? I've noted like when I was like on my journey of headsets, you guys have seen my graveyard of headsets over here. I noticed that like the hot new trend or like what I see most often is oval cans, which is fine if you have big ears, but I cannot wear oval cans. Like not one set of headsets, not one set of headset, not one headset with oval cans could I stand because it's like my ears aren't big enough and the bottom of the oval sits right here on the edge of my jaw and it would start to give me jaw pain. Weird. Like out of nowhere, I would just start to get a pain right here because the ear cuffs were just too fucking big. Oh my God, are my alerts not up? What in the Katie?
Hail some Satan,
My alerts were down. That's a my bad. Illyria Sand just fucking gifted a sub to Just Bacon Things. Illyria, you silly fuck. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to fucking Bacon. Bacon, you know what's up. Consensuality, awesome emotes. Refresh the chat so you don't have to suffer ads. Thank you for being awesome and being here today. And thank you, Illyria. Oh, it's haptic. No shit. Ooh. Oh my God. I need dog tax. I'm into it. I'm into cute shit today. I can't stop thinking about the condom wall. Like that was a nightmare. Oh my God. My heart though. I love the yes. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's good to know because people ask me about headsets all the time because I have problem. I've had lots of problems with headsets, so I can tell them about that one. I'm big on bass. Like if my music, if my headset or my cans or whatever I'm using isn't giving me the bass that's supposed to be delivered, I get very upset. Good morning, Yoshi. How are you, love? Oh, you got tags for the new puppy. Oh my God. Is it the first tags? Are they the first tags of the puppy? Oh my God, you have to keep them forever. That's fucking precious. Shireen, oh my God. We saw the most disturbing news article yesterday. I mean, not the most disturbing, there's worse. But a young girl started collecting used condoms from her partners and stapling them to her wall because she became, quote unquote, obsessed with the smell. And long story short, I won't go into details, but the condoms on her wall are in the thousands, and she has her dad's and her dad's friends used condoms on her wall. And it's haunted all of me since we watched. I just, like, what? Okay, I'm not crying. You are. That was fucking pure as fuck. Why are dogs the best thing in the whole world? Tear. It's real. That hit me right in my emotions. Dogs are the best thing in the whole world. I die. Did you see how happy those fucking dogs were? Oh my fucking god. Stop it. That was some fucking cute shit. God damn it. That golden with the leash in his mouth really killed me. Thank you, Mickey. These are happy. I cry at happy things. It's fine. I'm not sad. That was just really. I like dogs. I have Adam's clip. That was the one that started auto playing. I wanna stop crying before I watch the other one. Wow, broken. Dogs are the best. Like, why are dogs? We don't deserve them. Note to self. True, I'm crying. Note to self. I still have emotions. Right. Like, I can't remember the last time I cried at something sad, but you show me something cute like puppies, and I'll cry all day. I don't know why. Oh my god, those dogs were fucking and the one that howled. Stop it. I would watch every fucking red carpet awards show ever if that's what it was. That's all I'm gonna say. Every single one. Oh my god. That is the most... Look at it. I have never seen a dog do that in my life. What a fucking roller coaster of emotions my brain is on. That's fucking precious. God damn, I hope that dog wasn't like starving or something horrible. That's some cute shit. Thank you for. I think it spilled all of its food in the excitement. Yeah, I don't think it got any in its mouth. He is a. Oh my god, what if they named him like Kirby or Hoover? Dyson's not a good name. Well, Dyson, that is a name, isn't it? Dyson. Is Dyson a name? I feel like I've seen a show with someone named Dyson in it. Vacuum names are excellent. I agree. Honestly, I cry on. Oh god. I cry on the daily, but that's because our world is falling apart, and I grow more desperate on the daily because I can't fix all the injustice I witness. I feel that. I feel like no one can fix all of the injustice in the world. Like, that's not possible. But being being an example of what you wish the world was, and like just doing it, I think can help. I know that sounds super gay. Like, gay. I am gay. It's gay. But for real, like, you can't, like, humans have free will and shit. It sucks. We have, oh my god. Mickey, what the fuck? Stop it. This is Buddha. He likes to split his time between watching sunsets and looking absolutely magnificent. Tonight he's multitasking. I would kiss the fuck out of this dog. Freeman Dyson. I feel like I watched a show. There was maybe you guys saw it. It was a Canadian show. It was called Fuck. It wasn't called Fuck. The main character is a chick named Bo, and she's like a fairy, and it's about fairies, but it's like a drama of real people. Please help me. My brain is so stupid, but I'm pretty sure there was a guy in it that she has a thing for named Dyson, and he's a werewolf or something. I don't remember. It's been a while. Not Carnival Row. God damn it. What was it called? It had Ksenia, whatever her name is. Oh my god, why I hate my head. I've seen this show like 4 times. I've rewatched it so many times over. Wow, it's a really good show. Fuck. Lost Girl! Oh my god, Illyria got it! Illyria saves my life! Why? My brain is so broken. Lost Girl, thank you so fucking much. I hate that I can remember that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gemini Twin with that fucking resub.
That's a year, bitch. Hail Satan and thank you for the resub. Holy shit, go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and I appreciate you.
Dude, right? Thank you. Lost Girl was really good. Was his name Dyson? Am I totally making it up, Illyria? See, I can remember the names of the characters and shit, but like the name of the show, why? James Dyson. I have a Dyson. That's why I was. Is his name Dyson? That makes sense. I think there's a guy in this show named Dyson. I don't know. Why am I stuck on this now? That's going to haunt me. It's fine. Thank you for helping me with that, Lost Girl. If you like, you know, fantasy shows, sitcoms, I don't know, like Ever After and shit, it's really good. I really liked it. I feel like it's Dyson, but I feel like I've said the word so many times now that I'm just convincing myself it's Dyson, and it might not be. Hello, Vex. How are you, love? Good morning. Dyson Thornwood, shut up. Did you remember that? I'm intensely impressed. My brain doesn't do that. His name was Dyson. See? I can't remember, like, what I did yesterday, but I can remember that. Why? Brains are dumb. Lost Girl IMDb, thank you. It is a really good show. It's basically about, like, you know, like, the Fae Council is, like, hidden in society, you know? And this one woman shows up, and she's, like, an unregistered Fae. Like, she hasn't chosen a darker light side or whatever, and her name's Bo. And she's a succubus, and she literally eats people's sex energy. It's fucking cool. It's a really good one. However, anybody that's seen it, how do you feel about her girlfriend in the show? Because I fucking hate her. Like, the entire season where she's in a little lesbian relationship, I just want to, like, black out. I can't stand the actress that plays her lesbian girlfriend. It drives me insane. Anyways, sorry. Thank you. And it's not the relationship, it's just her. It's just her. She drives me fucking crazy. I don't like her. Oh my god, I think I watched it on Netflix. Hold up. I'll look it up for you. I don't remember. I think I watched it on Netflix. I watched it a lot. It's an older show. It says it's on Amazon, but it looks like you have to pay for it. It's free on the CW. Boom. If you can get that in other countries, I hope so. Here's a link to it. It's free on the CW if you can get there. Boo. Maybe it's available somewhere different. I love Kenzie. Kenzie's my favorite character in the whole show. I'm pretty sure I watch it for Kenzie. I'm right there with you, Kyria. That's her name is Ksenia. Her real name is Ksenia something. I know her real name better. It's like a really pretty Russian name. My brain. VPN was invented. This is true. I'm a big fan of Tunnel Bear. To each their own. It is a good show though. You'll like it. It's like they have like a central hub that's this bar where it's like evil and good Fae can come, but they can't fight. They can drink together and shit, but it's like the neutral zone. And it's run by a Fae who's like a little person. But he's a great character. I can't remember his name. I don't want to spoil anything. I think his name might be a spoiler. Anyways, just fucking watch it. It's a good show. It's easy. Easy watching. You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, smut sitcoms where you just can put it on and really, it's a lot of titties. It's a lot of boobs. Actually, really fun fact. I think it's, like, the 3rd season. Bo is pregnant for the entire season and films the whole thing, like, doing, like, martial arts and shit, and they cloak her belly so well. I've never seen a show cloak a belly better. It's pretty amazing. Like, she's not pregnant in the show. She's pregnant IRL. But they dress her and hide her belly so well, you have no fucking idea. It's pretty miraculous. In Nebraska, we have many corns with Ksenia. Ksenia? No, you don't have to pay all the attention. Exactly. I like shows like that. Like, those are nice to put on sometimes where it's like, there's a lot of shows out nowadays. I'm just loading a bowl. Where I really want to watch them, but I feel like they require your undivided attention to understand what the fuck is going on. And at the end of the day, when I'm relaxing, I don't necessarily want to do that. I know that's really bad. There's a lot of really good shows that I just have not watched because I don't want to do that. I will someday. Too much exactly. It's like like when's the last time you were able to sit and watch a TV show without anything else going on? And you weren't emotionally and physically exhausted. I can't remember. Like that doesn't work for me. I have to do other stuff. So when shows require like you to watch every fucking moment. By the way, shower thought, have we ever actually seen an entire movie considering we blink? Like you blink so many times a minute, regardless of how many times you've watched that movie. You're blinking at different times, but probably overlapping. You've probably never seen a whole movie. Maybe. Every time you say Bo, I think of Critical Role. Me too. I know. It's the worst. I think her name is like Isabeau, is her real name, and she just goes by Bo or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Would go to that pub every night if I didn't think I'd get killed. Are you into polyamory? I'll be your third. Honestly, I'm not. I've never, like, it seems like kind of like, like you can be like at a bunch of things, or you can be like really good at one thing you practice all the time. You know what I mean? I'd rather like suck one really good dick than be at a couple dicks. Cheers. I don't know what this is. I don't know what strain this is. I ground it up. Yeah. Oh, it's the melon. Cozy melon. Cheers, everyone. I was so fucking high, by the way, yesterday after stream. Like, I literally went into a coma and took a nap. Faded Fridays, my dudes. Cheers. Right, Mickey, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like I would just do kind of a mediocre job at the two pusses, two dicks, dick and a puss, rather than like focusing all my energy on one. That's no hate on polyamory, by the way. You do you, boo boo. Also, it's like I've been in a fair amount of relationships, like committed, serious relationships, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and it takes a lot of energy to make a relationship work. Like no matter what, there's no such thing as a perfect one. And imagine throwing another person in. I don't want to. That makes me anxious to even think about. Like I don't. That's horror. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It seems like a lot. Dude, bug snacks though. We're gonna play more today. Not as stoned, but still stoned. Of Reefer Madness? No, I haven't yet. I haven't done a watch party since Millie passed away. Which has almost been a year. I know. I have a hard enough time getting one woman to take any interest in me. Isn't that like the story of life though? I once planned a threesome, had a couple of no-shows, but still got along handily. Good. Caring takes more energy than not caring. This is true. 100%. It really does. Like if you really commit yourself to a person and like, you want your relationship to work, so you're working on it. That takes a lot of energy. And I just can't fathom being able to do a very good job at it with two people. I don't think I do a very good job at it with one person. I try, but like nobody's perfect. You try. Added a husband, two kids, a cat, a dog. Where is my mind? Dude, for real. Like the fact that the vast majority of the time I get fucked, I have two dogs just like staring at one part of my genital or another is enough for me. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. If there was three people and the two and like it was me and one of the people and the other person was just chilling, I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself because I wouldn't be able to stop thinking about that person who's not getting any. I don't know. It'd be very hard for me. The screen is constantly flashing, so the frame isn't always up. It's everything you see, just a construction of the brain. Exactly. It's that, what is it called? It's not object permanence, but it's like, oh God, there's a name for it. I learned about it in school 50 million years ago because I'm a vampire. But it's like, if I have something up like this and my hand goes behind it and comes out, our brains finish we finish the image. We put the puzzle together that the hand is behind the object and that it's not disappearing, whereas animals don't. I can't remember what that's called. That's got a name. Fuck my dick. It's been a very many years since I learned about it. But anyways, I think it's similar. I've had a hard enough time focusing on one person, let alone more, but I'm not against poly. Me too. I'm not against poly at all. I've known a lot of people who have had wonderfully beautiful poly relationships. I think they're awesome. I just don't think it's for me. Hi, Rhiannon, my love. The screen is constantly flashing, so the frame isn't always. Yeah, yeah. I got it, but I don't need to be sexual. Just need love. I mean, I give love all the time. I'm very loving. Physics is funky. Persistence of vision. Is that what it's called? Ooh, Spellbound in Darkness. What is that? An old book on what? I would love to have a polyamory relationship, to be honest, but only because I love attention and people loving me. I think that would work if you got in a polyamorous relationship with people that were like mainly givers. But at a certain point, you'd have to give back. And I'm not assuming you're not okay with that. I want to write this down. Hold on. Spellbound in Darkness cinema. Ooh, hell yeah. I like the name. It sounds dope. Object permanent. Is it object permanence? Is it called object permanence? I thought it had a different. I thought persistence of vision sounded really good. But anyways, yeah, it's similar to that where your brain can when you're watching a movie and blinking, you don't feel like you're missing parts of the movie. Your brain kind of puts it together for you. I get jealous of people who have no problem getting into relationships. What do you mean? Have no problem? Or do you mean like you're jealous of people who are just constantly in them? Exactly. Yes, because babies laugh at peekaboo and stuff like that because they don't have that complete the image process yet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we learned about it in school. I took a class. It was a psychology class on cognizance. Literally, it was just like on the cognizance of the brain. It was a mind fuck. Like literally, it was like taking a philosophy class. That's what it felt like because it was just some dude teaching us how our brains trick us into just living day to day when we're missing out on a lot of information we just make up. That's where I learned about memory and how memories we rewrite our own memories and how unreliable they are. Being the giver in a relationship but needing a break from giving has ruined every relationship I've been in. And that's the problem. Like it's it's hard when you are an extreme personality like that. I am the same. I'm a major caretaker. Like I want to be needed and I crave that. It's a terrible trait to have. And it's like when you have that extreme personality trait, which I do too, there's no shade thrown at all, you tend to attract the opposite, also extreme. And so it can be very, very tumultuous when, like, if you picture it like a cup and a pitcher, you're pouring into that pitcher eternally. Eventually, you're going to be fucking empty because no one's pouring into you. And the cup's going to be thirsty as forever. And that can be really hard. Like, that's where compromise and shit comes in. Some of us don't feel love, so being in a relationship where you just feel that can be good. Absolutely. I mean, I get that. I feel like, love is such a weird thing to talk about. I think it's different to everybody. Love language is really important. Object permanence is knowing something still exists when you can't see it. Yeah, so you're like finishing my hand going behind my mic kind of thing. Yeah, constantly in relationships, like one relationship ends, they seem to see. I'm gonna be honest. I know a lot of those people. One of them is one of my sisters. She has been engaged like 5 times. She was engaged 3 times in high school, engaged twice out. She's married with kids and I'm very happy, but I've never seen her not in a relationship. And I've talked to her about it many times and it seems miserable. Like it's not that she's constantly being wanted or constantly like, "Oh, I found the one again." It's more like she feels incomplete without a partner. And so she like the moment a relationship ends, her life doesn't go on until she's in another one. It doesn't seem like a great place to be either. I completely get where you're coming from though. Like it looks on the outside to be like, "Oh, like I'm attractive and people want me," but it seems tumultuous. Hi, Knives. How are you, love? Good morning. What is love? Baby, don't hurt. Where'd I put my tea? Hurt me. Persistence of vision is an optical illusion where the human eye perceives the continued presence of an image after it's disappeared from view. Also known as retinal persistence, the optical effect was described by English-Swiss physicist Peter Mark Roget. I'm assuming Roget. I don't know. GIF. Yes, that's exactly what we learned about. It's very interesting. You don't ever give yourself to breathe. I don't need to breathe. Air's overrated. Happy Saturday, Young. How are you, love? I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Yeah, it's like there's no self worth. It's like the only way you feel human is if someone is romantically interested in you. And that doesn't, because I mean, I think it's really important to be single, not necessarily be single all the time, but like if you're, I don't know, man, I feel like you'll define yourself by your relationships if you're never by yourself. Like, who the fuck are you? Not you, but like people that are do this, like jumping constantly. I feel like at a certain point, like who are they by themselves? Like, do they have an alone person? Oh, the relationship to the next. Exactly. Yeah, it's no time to breathe. It's no time to figure out who you are. Because no matter what, I mean, even if you're not like a chameleon kind of person, when you're in a relationship, you tend to take on, hobbies and traits from the person you're with, and they do the same. And if you do that constantly without like that exhale in the middle, who are you but an amalgamation of dicks? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I think about it a lot because I watched my sister go through it a lot growing up. Not Sarah, by the way, different sister. Sarah's not married with kids, obviously. You have this idea, and every time your relationship ends, you jump to the next one to get what you want exactly. Yep, it's like the grass is greener. The grass is always greener, but there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Like that's not real. Like getting into a serious, like a committed relationship with someone is signing up for work. That's what it is. And the bonus, if you do the work, is some good fucking. And maybe someone to help you out with rent. But it's just signing up for work. To be good, really good in any relationship, you need to be comfortable with yourself alone. 100%. Like, how can someone else love you if you don't know you? If you aren't you? I don't know. I don't know how to word that. It's hard. I mean, it sucks. It doesn't make it fun, but it's good to like rewind and be like, who the fuck am I when I'm not being porked? Not necessarily single, but independent. Exactly. Thank you. That's a much better word for it. Thank you very much. Yeah. You can be in a relationship and still feel or be independent. Absolutely. Thank you. That's a much better way of saying it. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Like you can be in a relationship and absolutely, but like some people, I mean, I've just watched people, I'm sure you've seen them your whole life too. They just jump one relationship to the next and they're never, have you ever seen them single? Like, do you have any idea what they're like alone? What do they like? It makes me sad. Brownie, good morning, love. How are you? The singlest person in the world stepped into chat. Dude, another thing, I don't think relationships are the be all end all. I feel like a lot of us got whitewashed, brainwashed into thinking that recipe, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get married, get a white house with a white picket fence. You're happy. You did it. The struggle's over. But I think a lot of people can live a very fulfilling life without being married or having kids or any of that. It's the Disney, exactly. It's the Disney parable or paradox. It's not a paradox. There's a word for it. I don't know. But yeah, exactly. It's like you must be saved by another person. If you don't love yourself, how the hell will you love someone else? That's really true. It's so trite. My therapist says it to me a lot because I tend to get on myself and start self-loathing a lot. And she's like, there's no fucking way you can claim you love all these people and you're full of love if all you do is hate yourself. And I'm like, God damn it, I hate you. And our baby boomer parents is the cookie cutter template. Yep, exactly. My ex, she hates being alone. Our relationship actually partially ended because she got involved with someone else. Not cheating, long story short version. She needed sex. I'm ace, and so it began. That's sad. That's sad. I'm sorry that happened to you. You're not defined by your partner is the other big scary thing I see. You are not defined. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I don't want to ever be defined by another person. I don't want to be like, I don't know. That's such a weird thing. It's almost like dissolving or disappearing. No, I totally get that. Like, I love being in a relationship. Like, I've had many very happy relationships. None of them end well. There's no such thing as a happy breakup. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, what? But I still maintain my own life, I guess. I think that's important. Even when you live with someone, your significant other, you can still maintain your own existence in your own life. Trite. Oh, I love that word. That's a good word. I agree with some person on Instagram who said, you have to be as great as my solitude. Fucking mic drop on that one. Holy, that's well said. I've said something similar, but in terms of how to get me out of my house. Like, people, like my mom likes to give me a hard time, my family and shit, because I'm very much a shut in. Like, I don't go out. I don't go to bars or go be social. And I've said that I'm like, if you want me to go out and not want to be home the moment I'm at whatever we're doing, you have to somehow beat what I've done with my house. Good luck. I have 50 tarantulas, 4 snakes, 11 crested geckos, a pink-tongued skink. I have a lot of entertainment, which I've done on purpose because I like to stay home. So I feel that spiritually. It's like you have to be on par or better than my environment I've created for myself, my solitude. I get that feels so, that is strong. That is strong. I love that so much. Sally the altar boy just fucking gifted a sub to Brownie. Brownie, you know what's up? Consensuality. Refresh the chat. Don't suffer ads. I love you. Thank you. My solitude's like the be all end all. For me, honestly, Knives, same. For me, I think I would just switch it up a little bit. I'd say you have to respect my solitude. Because I don't think anything in the world, like, I don't know if there's a human that will bring me more joy than peace and quiet and control of my immediate environment. But if someone respects that, that's pretty important. I don't think there's anything that's going to beat, like, me just chilling. I really enjoy my time. I don't know, though. That's just me. To each their own. Pro tip, no one's worth your serenity. Amen. Don't fuck crazy. Keep your dick out of it. When I was young, I would sneak out of the house to go to parties. Now I sneak out of parties to go to my house. Oh my God, same. Queen of the Irish goodbye. What's up? It's a way of life. And we're here for it. I think Tom Segura has a stand-up about it. I think it's Tom Segura. I watched it a bit ago, but he says life is just about wanting to be back home. Like every time you leave your house, you just trying to pass the time until you can get the fuck back in your own house. It's pretty good. Oh, Vile's poor dick just like magnetized the crazy. RESPCT. Find out what it means to me. Silence. I know. Tricks my boy. This is my little void boy. You're so dark. No one can see you, Bubba. That's okay. I'm single, never been married for lots of reasons. Same. And have known so many unhappy married long-time relationships. I have no regrets for the life I've led, even though many people have questioned why I've never married. I mean, I'm the same. I don't see how a marriage makes anything like enhances any situation other than your tax break, maybe. You know what I mean? It's great if you want to get married. Like if that's a thing you want to do it. I have no like animosity or shade towards that at all. But if that's not part of their joy, I don't think we should be assuming they're broken or weird just because like our happiness isn't their happiness. You know what I mean? I'll stay at the party if there's cool plants or pets. Pets will keep me. Pets will keep me. Mm-hmm. Any day. I am so the work person who sits in the corner with a cat. Like, I am a loser, and it's good. I like it. It's okay. Anyone who anyone who wants to date me isn't competing against other people. You're competing against my solitude. 100%. Yeah. I've never thought of it that way, but that's so well put. Thank you, Brownie, for that. I'm gonna think about that for a while. It's real. It's so real. So a few weeks ago, my D&D players found a list of all the taverns in the city they're in, and now they've been bugging me to tell them what's on the list for like 3 weeks. I finally got the list done, and they're gonna regret bugging me for this info. Oh God, is it like ridiculously long? They wanted a list of all the taverns in the city, but why don't they go walk around and find them? I mean, isn't that the point of D&D? My step-sibling has been in a relationship for over 10 years and been never married. I thought it's wonderful that they can be together so long and not feel pressure into marriage. Same. I've known a lot of older couples who've been together for like 60 years and they're just like, why? And I kind of feel the same. I have stage fright and I don't like being the center of attention in person. And that's all a marriage is. It's like, come watch us masturbate in front of you. I don't want to do it. But like, I like when other people do it, which is weird. That's the other part. I think that really confuses people. Like, well, you'll go to weddings. You've been in weddings. I'm like, I'm not anti-marriage. It's just never seemed like it's part of my fucking happiness solution or whatever. Do you guys think my dogs need to go outside or something? I don't fucking know. What's your problem? Go to the bathroom, Patty. I just don't know. They are knives. I was talking about this last week. Like, I went through, I'm sure we all did, like in your early 20s, there was this horrible period of time where it was like 10 weddings a year. Like every single human I knew was getting married. And I had to be in like 5 different weddings. It was okay. It was not great, but it was okay. And ever since then, when I'm invited to a wedding, I very meticulously plan to show up late and miss the entire ceremony because I feel so cringy. My asshole crawls into my ears. It's so weird watching two people like who have this history and love for each other like talk about it in front of strangers. I get like my whole body starts to crinkle like a raisin and I just want to like shrivel and die. It's terrible. But I enjoy weddings because I love watching old family members get drunk and fight. Like every wedding has some drunkle who gets real drunk, touches another person, they end up screaming, and that shit's entertaining as fuck. I live for it. Showed up at the reception, ate some food. Same. I mean, they don't the people getting married, like if they are focused on who's in the audience, we have a problem that's bigger than me not showing up to your vows. You know what I'm saying? That's my logic on that. I have an aunt and uncle that never married and they're together for 40 years. Damn, it was a conscious choice and they both feel the paper makes them feel like they don't need to work on staying together anymore. That's kind of beautiful. I love that. Mandracan.
Bitch! Hail Satan and thank you so much for stepping to the class, keeping the class alive and giving an anus its wings. How the fuck are you? That's a lot of months.
Take your joy, by the way.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I've been to two dope as fuck weddings out of several. I've been to one dope as fuck wedding out of like hundreds. It was the coolest wedding. It was a Catholic wedding, which was crazy. And the couple, I knew them like all through college. I knew them for like 10 years. They didn't have sex till their wedding night. Crazy. And very normal people. Insane. But anyways, they got married at a tree farm. And so like the wedding was in like a barn. And then because they don't like champagne or anything, we all toasted with beer in like huge steins. Like everybody toasted to everything with lager and steins. And they had baseball food. Like it was like a hot dog hamburger like bar, like a buffet bar to put together. It was and everybody just ran into the tree farm all night long and got drunk and smoked pot. And just like laughed hysterically amongst the trees. I don't know if people are familiar with tree farms. There's a lot of tree farms in Washington State. It was great. That was the best wedding I've ever been to. The ceremony, even though it was Catholic, was short and sweet. The parents made like the most heartwarming, like this couple had been together since high school, so the parents knew each other forever, knew them as kids. So they did all these heartwarming toasts, but it wasn't like uppity. It wasn't like, a table of the wedding party at the head of some hall and people like standing up like they're important in front of everyone else who's just trying to eat and leave. It was very casual and fun. I don't know. That was probably my favorite. Okay, Mickey, you got me there. That's the best wedding. Aw. Cedric, that makes me happy. Someone yesterday said something similar about how I'd encourage them to take their joy every day, and I cried after streaming about it. I feel bad for the bar people. Oh god, what happened? Oh, did people just get like sloppy fuck drunk? I've never left a wedding sober, but I don't get so sloppy drunk that I'm fucking like puking at someone's wedding. Shut up. Metal Jazz. That's
2 fucking years, bitch. That's a long time. Thank you for the Prime sub, and thank you for hailing Satan with me. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an anus swings. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing is sexier. I appreciate you.
Don't forget to use your fucking Prime subs, my dudes. Bezos is a billionaire. Stop sticking money in his G-string. For our reception, we had a bunch of table games, cards, dice. Dude, that's the best. Okay, that's the best idea I've ever heard. That's the best idea I've ever heard, Penguin. Seriously. That would be so much fun. The main reason I always want to leave a wedding is I just don't know what to do. Like once the vowy shit is done and then you eat, like I usually just end up like this at a table staring at elderly people dancing drunkenly, and that's it. Until it's like appropriate to leave. But having games and shit, that would be so much fun. My last wedding was in the US in 2019, and we were 3 Europeans. They were not ready. Giving Vikings and British people an open bar is an expensive idea. I think an open bar is expensive no matter what, but I believe you. I've officiated 2 weddings. Did you have fun doing it? We're in a hype train. Thank you for the hype train, you silly fucks. Illyria just gifted a sub to Vextra Penguin. Vextra Penguin, use the butt was the highest order, go forth and be consensual in every way. And what a fucking good idea. I'm going to suggest that forever now. That was our thing too. We hated having to hang out at weddings, so we did what we would have wanted. That was basically like I think everybody's kind of like, now what? And you don't want to leave because the people that are getting married are obviously shelling out a lot of money to feed you and stuff. It's like you don't want to be rude. You're happy they're together. But this is very boring and I'm in heels. Help. You know? Taco, thank you for the biddies. Maribun, good morning. How are you? BDO, I got asked if I was a full-time preacher. Fuck no, man. I'm an IT guy. That's great. That's fucking beautiful. Thank you for the hype train, guys. You're crazy. Bun! Shall we cheers? Good morning. I am doing well. I hope you are as well. The last wedding I went to, they got divorced recently. Oh my god, almost every wedding I've gone to, they're divorced. A couple of them twice. Nuts. I think... Oh my god, give me a minute. I could probably count on one hand how many couples stayed together. I think it's 1. No, it's 2. It's 2! But they were both like childhood sweetheart couples, so I think that's just weird. Not weird, but you know, inevitable. What the fuck? I gotta catch up on this. Hold the fucking phone, my dudes. Sally, thank you for the biddies. Me and Heels at a wedding is entertainment. Take your joy. Same. It's like watching a horse who just got new horseshoes put on. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm too tall and I have too much hips. It just doesn't work. Basically, my bro's wedding had it at Universal. Oh my fuck. That's the best. If I used to say that when I was younger, if I ever got married, I'd get married at Disney and then people can just go to Disney. You don't have to stare at me. Go away. I always snuck flats in my purse and waited until people had the first beer. Best wedding I was ever in was my friend Katie's wedding. And I was the maid of honor and she made all of us wear 6-inch stilettos. I should mention, she is 5 foot. So she made everyone wear 6-inch stilettos. But the coolest thing was her mom and her went to like Walmart or something and just bought a shit ton of like dollar flip-flops. And so after the vows or whatever, they threw a basket of flip-flops at us and we all got to take our fucking heels off. It was the best ever. Illyria, thank you for gifting a sub to Bunbarian. I'm gonna cheers to you, Bunbarian. I'm just trying to catch up on this. Skittles Kill just fucking resubbed. Thank you for 4 months.
Of consensuality and Satan, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I do the same. Knives, I've wondered that so many times. I went to a wedding with a friend and saw a couple there whose wedding I had been to as a guest like a month before. Oh, that's weird. There was no booze left within 2 hours. You know, almost every wedding I've gone to, they run out of booze, though. I think people just really underestimate how miserable people are at weddings. Literally, every wedding I go to, 2 hours in, there's someone going, anyone sober make a beer run? Every single one. It's crazy. No one knows how miserable we are because they're excited. Dark Waters with that Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. What happened? I didn't touch anything and Satan's now a girl. You know what? Go XLR's fucking with me lately and I'm not okay with it. Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it its swings. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier. I appreciate you. Enjoy your emotes and refresh the channel so you don't have to suffer ads when we inevitably take a break. Thank you. Once a class hole, always a class hole. This is true. Regardless of how much money you have, you don't have to sub to be a fucking class hole. It's a forever status. At the wedding in the US, many had flats on. I would wear flats if I wasn't in the, like, I've been in so many weddings. I've been a bride. I have so many bridesmaid dresses. It's disgusting. I have like 12 bridesmaid dresses just in a closet that I'll never wear again. And if they want me to wear heels, I'll wear heels. I ain't gonna tell a bride I'm not gonna wear heels at her wedding. Oh, Brownie, it was the best ever. Her mom was the cool. I mean, they're a really cool family. Like they're one of those families. Both of her parents, have gone through shit, but are like really successful now in their older years. So they're like those people who they're very wealthy and look very put together, but they're really down to earth. Like they're very earthy people. I don't know how else to put that. They're very nice. At my aunt's wedding, thank you for the biddies, by the way, Yoshi. Wedding prom kids were being assholes. So we took like 40 boxes of hot tamale candies and wait, why were there prom kids at the wedding? What the fuck? Every single outfit I have that was from someone's wedding was altered to fit with the flats on. You know what's crazy? All of the weddings I've been in where they required me wear stiletto heels, I was in a mini dress. I have a picture of one of them. Literally, it's like a kind of Greek tubey, like, I don't know how to explain it. Mini dresses. My vagina almost showed. That's all I want to say. Yeah, Go XLR. Go XLR is this is what I don't know. What the fuck? This has been doing this a lot lately. It's just randomly, it's not Satan anymore, and I don't know why.
Help.
No.
No, we can get there. It'll just take a minute. Hail, hail Satan, yum. That's kind of satanic. We'll stay there for the day.
Hell yeah. Never been to a European wedding where we ran out of booze. It's the most important part of the wedding. You would think. But alas. Alas. Hi, penis. How are you, love? I'll start off the night with heels. I just have them altered for the flats so that when I do slip them on later, it's less noticeable because of the way the dress lays. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. I get it. Thank you for the biddies, Taco. I appreciate you. You guys fucked me up. Thank you so much for your gifted subs and generosity for me and the hype train and whatever. You're very kind. Oh Lord, I am just legs. Like there isn't a mini dress that is gonna work on me. And when you put me in 6-inch heels, it's just like, does anyone want to see Katie's vagina? Anyone? Because everyone can see it now. It was a time. I actually had I chugged 3 glasses of wine before I went on stage to give a toast because she literally asked me to give a toast. I was like, I don't want to do that. She was like, please, no one else will. I was like, oh my God, okay. And I was a little drunk. And I had my speech on my iPhone at the time, iPhone like 1 or something. This was years ago. And when I would talk with my hands, and it would flip the notepad app, so it would scroll to the top of my fucking the toast every single time I moved my hand. So I ended up throwing my phone, ripping the heels off my feet, saying, I don't wear fucking heels for just anybody, and that says a lot about Katie. And I got off the stage, and that was my fucking toast. Don't drink before a toast. Bad Katie. Bad Katie. Her mom thought it was funny though, so there's that. And the rest of the night I was known as the girl who said the F word on stage. Knives, for real. I mean, seriously. And the dress, it's like one of those like flowy Greek dresses where it's like tight around here and then it's just like gossamer, like flowy, ripply looking shit. So it's not, if it was fitted, then at least like, you know, if someone sneezed, it's not like my dress would blow up and flash every part of my genitals. No. It was a time. I still have that dress. Never wore it again. Brownie, I mean, it got laughs. If anything, I made everybody laugh hysterically. That was it. I was fucking embarrassed as fuck, though, because I actually wrote, like, a funny little toast, but a little sentimental, whatever. She was the girl, she was, like, what's the word? My clinical advisor at the hospital. This is why Katie and I are friends. Like, when I went through school, you know, you go do your practicals or whatever in a hospital, she was my advisor. And that's how we became friends. And then I ended up in her wedding, which is weird. Now she has kids. Not the F word, right? The F word at a wedding? No. No. Please cuss if I ever have a wedding. I can't. I mean, I'd probably try not to, but it would probably happen anyways because oops. You know? Like, I'm not a very put together person on a stage. I have insane amounts of stage fright if I'm not in a costume. Like, I did theater my entire life. Put me in a costume and I can fucking do anything on a stage. But as myself, deer in headlights. Oh my God, I'd refer to you as penis the entire time. It's going to be really, really hard for me if you ever want me to call you Joe. Like, that's going to be a transition. I quote Ferris Bueller in my ceremonies. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. God damn it. That movie is so full of like insightful shit like that. I just watched it recently again and I was like, fucking Christ. What an underrated movie. Second biggest fear? Really? It's up there for me. My biggest fear is deep dark water. 100% deep dark water. But it's, I mean, I just can't, I kind of start to just have a panic attack. Like, I can't function. I see the faces, like, looking at me and, Penis's name is Joe. I know, it sounds icky coming out of my mouth. Joe. Yeah. Penis and I have been friends for almost 8 years. And he's been Penis the whole time. Because one fateful day I mispronounced Ice Phoenix. It was yeah. I apologize to your future wife. That's all I want to say. I apologize in advance. We probably should, actually. I think my dogs need to shit. They're both kind of like dancing around under my desk. Vissy, how are you, love? I don't know if I'm afraid of claustrophobia. I don't know if I have claustrophobia or not. I'm too big to get into small spaces to even like experience that. I think. Like, I can't crawl into small spaces. So, I don't know. Maybe. All right. I'm going to go shit my dogs and get some more coffee. Stand up. Straight. There you go, BDO. Maybe that's it. Maybe I am claustrophobic, but it's the world. BDO's got a really good point. BDO said every space is a small space to us, CK. He's right. There isn't a space in this world that I'm like, oh, wow, this feels oversized. Ever. That hasn't happened to me in my life. What is that one song that always gets played at the wedding? Which one? The violin one? Or are you talking about like the one that people leave out to? Because I swear to God, there was a 5-year period of time when I was in my 20s where every single wedding I was in or went to, the couple walked away to, I've got a feeling, ooh, and that song is my Guantanamo Bay. Stop. No one has the feeling. Give it up. Oh, Marry Me. That was another one. Oh, there was one by, Penis, you'll know it. Oh my God. It was the little ginger guy from, he's a ginger singer. He was like a busker. And there was a song he did a couple years ago that was at every fucking wedding. And I'm sure it still is. Fucking Christ, what was that called? I know, it's Ed Sheeran, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Wow. That was I see his face. His face is like in my head. It's so I hate when my brain breaks. Ed Sheeran. I don't know which song it was. I'm not a huge Ed Sheeran fan. But I just know that I went to a lot of weddings where that exact song was played every single time. And I was like, wow, how unique of you. Break time. Sorry. Yep. No, you're right. We should take a break. We got to stretch and stuff. What up, Chronic? How are you? We'll cheers when we come back. I loaded a bowl of something. I don't know what it is, though. Ugh. Oh, I just fucking knobbed you. I'm sorry, Bubba. Did I get you? Come here. I just knobbed him in the head with my elbow. Bubba, I'm sorry. Not that you felt it. Sorry. Did I get your noodle? Go. All right, let's take a break. Every couple of hours, I take a break. Every hour, couple of hours. It depends. Beginning of the stream, I tend to take one right after an hour because my dogs always have to shit like a clockwork. But I take a break and I encourage you to too. It's important to stand up and stretch your legs and not get too fucking sedentary because blood clots and circulation, and get some water, load a bowl. Nobody wants blood clots. That is not the way I'm gonna go. What a fucking boring thing to let take you out. Fuck that. Brownie, I'm so into it. Same. I love his like just his in his little. Can I turn the screen before he moves? His little milk chin. He's so. He's just so cute. I love him. Okay. Break. I shall be back in a few. Stretch. I have to run an ad bundle so Twitch doesn't interrupt our talkie talk time. So, if you were gifted a sub or if you subbed new today, refresh the stream and you don't have to suffer ads. Otherwise, enjoy Vag's ad. Oh my God, Brownie, this music, I'm so happy to share it with you. It's actually safe to play on Twitch, which is incredible. It's a band called The Midnight, who I've listened to forever. Oh, The Midnight's dope. Please check them out. Seriously, they're so good. I've been listening to them for years, and it's just like they actually own their own music and verbally gave permission. They're like, anybody can play it everywhere. Play our music, please. Like, you won't get hit. So I try not to play them too often because I don't want to wear them out, but they're like one of the few bands that I knew of before the DMCA strike that I can still listen to. They have one song. It's probably my favorite song by them. It's called Jason. And go look it up. It's a really good song. Just listen to it. But it's literally about like Jason Voorhees. Like the chorus is, Jason, why are you running? Keep on running. It's great. And it's all just like 80s synthwave kind of shit. It's awesome. Yeah, definitely check the Midnight out. I like them a lot. I could hear the voices for a second there. Which ones? Yeah, the Midnight's really good. Another really good band, Zach puts them on a lot at the beginning of his stream, is called Starcadian. I can't listen to them on stream, unfortunately. They have not verbally said anybody can listen to their music, but similar vibe, very good. Like that, like what do you call it? Like retro wave or something? Ouch! I can't open my monster. Ow! I cut all my fingernails. This is a horrible experience. What's the plan for the desk? Ooh, so this is gonna be my crafting desk. So it's gonna like eventually it's gonna have all measurements on it. You know, like those self-healing mats used for cutting material and stuff. Essentially, it's gonna be like that, but not self-healing. So I've got to like resurface it with glaze. But I'm painting the end scene from Fight Club when they're standing in front of the window, holding hands, and like the buildings are blowing up. And he's like, "You met me at a very interesting time in my life." And I just got the blue down, and I had to put literally. I have a red light shining on it because if I didn't, my camera auto-corrected and I was red this morning. Like, it was very weird just because this is so blue right now. So I had to put weird lighting on just to make my face look like skin. Monster cans rip me up, dude. They're I can't, like, how do you do it when you don't have a fingernail? How do you get your finger under there? Help. This is a terrible time. I got it. You like my disembodied head? It's actually an anatomically correct I guess, beheaded head. Oh, you saw Starcadian live, Brownie? Go fuck yourself. Was it amazing? I would kill. I would literally kill. PDO, will you send it to me in some form? Synthwave. Would you say this is too? I don't know. It's like reminiscent 80s shit. I have no idea, but I like it. Thank you for the pretty song. Retro is retro wave in the realm of synth. Yeah, like it's like synthwave is like a broad category for all the kind of, you know, retro 80s-esque music, right? It was in a tiny space and I was dancing my ass off and people hated me. Wait, how were they not dancing? How can you go to Starcadian and not bop? Dude, we went to, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys about this. We went to, well, I told you we went to Tom Segura the other night, which was amazing. But he had 2 opening comedians, but he also had a DJ who played. I can't remember the DJ's name. DJ something money, Cash Money. I don't fucking know. I don't remember. But he was amazing. Like he actually scratched, like legit, like had turntables and scratched. It was really, I mean, I just was sitting there like, I've never seen someone scratch a record in real life in my existence. I'm not old enough. That stopped a long time ago. People have like digital turntables now. But he was playing like every fucking hit from the 90s R&B era ever. And I was just fucking losing my mind. Like no one was, not even a head was bobbing in the audience. Like I just kept looking around and I was like, how are people sitting still? How do you sit still when Busta Rhymes is being played on loudspeakers? What the fuck is going on? It's weird. I was confused. I'm very responsive to music though. I dance and bop and I can't help it. Oh my god, Knives, they were all white. I have to stop saying that because I think I offend people, but everywhere I go here, I look around and I'm like, god damn, it's white. Everywhere. Yes. I literally, I've had to stop saying it because I think people get weirded out, but it's everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm like, it's really white here. Everywhere. It's just something I notice. I don't know. Nuh-uh. I was in the same college with Segura. We had a couple year overlap. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. That's amazing. He's my idol. He's just so funny. It's very it's rare to find a comedian where you really relate to almost every single fucking thing they say out loud. And everything he says, I just cry laughing. Was this when I was in London? No, this was here. This was last week in Denver in Colorado. Yeah. London actually is less white than Colorado, shockingly. Not shockingly. The Midwest is pretty fucking white. I'm from Baltimore, so everywhere is really white to me. It's just what I'm not used to it. But it is, I mean, I'm arguably pretty white and I still respond to music. I'm not broken yet. For fuck. Good morning, Merman. How are you, love? I had to get rid of that screen. That screen is so fucking bright. I want to play more of that fucking Bug Snacks today. That game is amazing. Cheers. You have to be high for it. It's necessary. It's okay. Everything's going to be all white, dude. Isn't that scary? I'm alive on the inside. Allegedly. Cheers. I'm sad about the egg too, but what do you do? I might rebuy it someday, but it's really expensive. I gotta like recoup. I gotta clean my bowl. Shit is fucking nasty. It keeps clogging. The bong is clean. It's this guy. But it's the only bowl I have right now. They're just so fucking narrow. It's like having a narrow urethra. Except not. I'm sad about the egg too. The egg is, I mean, it really is a perfect bong. If you guys are able to order from hemper.com, wherever you are in the world, their egg bong is fantastic. Depressingly so. But what do you do? Shit breaks. Oh my god, woke and boke? Stop it. Let's all get woke and boked, motherfuckers. Woke and boke, you kill me. You make me happy. That's funny. I should make that my title stream from now on. Just woke and boke. Woke and boke, bitches. Heyo. I mean, we're stoners. Nobody gives a fuck. They all assume we're stupid anyways. You know what's funny is most of the stoners I know are actually like exceedingly hyper intelligent, and they're stoners to try to like numb that down because it's like too much. And yet, whatever. To each their own. We just got to prove them wrong. I got to change our game category. If you haven't seen Bug Snacks or you've never seen someone play Bug Snacks, what a fucking weird adventure this game is. It's a fever dream. Like I'm a Muppet and I catch animals that look like food and I feed them to other Muppets, and then those Muppets' limbs turn into food. That's all I got so far. Like and I think they're all just cold ass fucking murderers. Pretty sure. Most of the stoners I know play Magic the Gathering and D&D with me. 100%. Yeah. I mean, before I play D&D or do any sort of RPG stuff, I always get a little high just because it helps calm me down. I get way too excited. Woke and boke after a poke and stroke. Stop it. That's so perfect. Oh, you're getting dice molds? Shut up. What kind of dice are you going to make? Are you going to do like resin dice? Dude, I tried doing that. It's so hard to get it without bubbles. So they're actually like usable weighted dice. Man, you need like, at least I would, just because of because I live in Denver where it's super dry and the high elevation and everything. I need like a control, like a fume hood that controls the environment and makes it moist. I guess, I don't know. It's weird. A pressure pot. Yeah, that's what those are, right? Those little like people make like a little, it's kind of like a vent hood for a chemistry lab, right? It's similar. I've used a heat gun to remove bubbles too, but it always creates like a weird, like, how do I say it? The top layer of the resin seems more like clear than the bottom layer. Like the layer that I hit with the heat gun to get rid of the bubbles always ends up more pristine looking than the stuff on the bottom because it didn't get hit by the heat gun. I don't know, man. I've thought about getting like one of those little like it's meant to heat your coffee cup or keep your coffee cup warm to like set my resin on while I work with it. I've thought about it because it's kind of, I love doing resin projects, but doing anything that needs to be weighted like a dice is intense. Oh man, it's pretty, I mean, it's really hard to fuck up resin. Like you're going to get a product no matter what out of it. It's just whether or not you like it. As long as you do, it's a 1-to-1 mix and then you pour it. The hardest part about resin for me is that you have that time limit. You have like 15 minutes once you mix the two together to pour it into the molds. And that time limit can be stressful, especially if you're trying to get bubbles out and stuff. I saw a video the other day where someone used a coffee cup warmer for desk queso. Shut up. That's genius. God damn it. Why don't I have desk queso? Vacuum chamber. That's what the thing I was talking about. The hood, the vacuum chamber. Yep. Definitely won't be perfect the first time. Probably not the second time or third time either. But hey, we'll get there eventually. Dude, I mean, it's fun just to do it. Honestly, like I love it. I want to do that on this table as well. I have to put a glossy like glass coat after I'm done painting it, but when you're like, I have hundreds of molds. I have boxes of like resin molds, and I'll just pour all of them out on the table and just like sort through them and pick stuff that I'm like, oh, that looks cool. That'll be fun. And then I mix little pots of the resin, with colors and stuff, and I just sit there like a chemist pouring them into each resin mold, and then you just wait 24 hours, and the next day you get a surprise. Like, you really never know what the fuck's gonna come out until you get to pop it out the next day, and that's fun. I've always wanted to buy some really cool looking metal dice, but they'd be so expensive. They really are. I have one set of very nice dice. They are sandalwood dice. And I went to PAX one year, PAX East, and I went to the dice counter. I can't remember the name of the shop. It's been a very long time now since I've been to a con. The name of the shop that sells like all the really nice dice. And I had saved up for years to do this because I'd been to cons before and I'd seen the dice. And I sat at that counter for like an hour testing different dice, like rolling them just to see what they feel like rolling them in your hand and stuff. And it, like, what was weird is the prettiest ones to me, like the ones that are like stone and metal and stuff, felt the worst to play with. So I ended up getting wood dice. And the prettiest wood ones I didn't get. They were walnut because, and this is just my theory, they're really pretty because they've got so many flaws in them, like all the little knots and stuff. But because of that, they're like basically hollow. It felt like I was rolling feathers. Like there was nothing in my hand when I rolled the walnut dice. That was the most bizarre thing to me. So I ended up with sandalwood dice, which are like the perfect weight and everything for me personally. Pucky, thank you. How are you, love? Thank you for resetting the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it swings. I have a metal D20 that cost me $50. Jesus fuck a dick. It might have been Q Workshop. That sounds familiar. Pucky, how the fuck are you? That is so many months. 70? Are you?
That's so many months. Hail Satan, bitch. What the fuck?
Man, goddamn. How have I been here that long? Oh, God. The gemstone dice, I bet they would chip too. That was another worry of mine is I didn't want... Because my dice, like, if you've ever played D&D, like, just tabletop D&D with friends, not necessarily on a show or something, the vast majority of the time you're just sitting there doing nothing. Because someone's turn can take an hour to try to figure out what they're going to do. And my dice are my fidget toy. Like, I sit there and I roll my dice in my hand. So if they have an icky weight or they don't feel good or they're likely to chip, that is not for me. If it's core walnut, and I don't think they couldn't have, because they were, Mickey, it felt like I was holding nothing. It was so weird, because they were the prettiest to me. I love those little flaws and stuff. But when you roll, it was nothing. I was just like, Sini Moes! Cheers. How's the costume coming? We cheers to you and your wife yesterday, and good luck with the costume. When you weren't here, we were hailing Satan for you. Boo, Pucky. My neck's been sore too, but I think I just slept really hard. Like I woke up with like the most intense pillow marks on my face. Artesian dice have some great non-standard material dice. Artesian dice. I think I've been to that one too. I'm trying to think where my dice are. I want to get them out and show them to you guys, but I tend to hide them because I bought the dice, the whole set, and then I bought a nice wormwood case for them, and my dogs got a hold of the case and destroyed it, but didn't get the dice, thank fuck. Yes, I do use Manic Panic. Manic Panic, and the color is called Blue Moon. Precious stone dice would only chip due to sharp edges. You don't think they would chip just from clacking together constantly? Or like being thrown on a table? I don't know. I'm legit asking. Really? I would think they would. Just because I've had like precious stone rings and stuff. And they wear. I don't know. I don't know enough about stones. Those are the rock people. We don't associate with the rock people. They're underground classes. That's what we used to say in college. The fucking the rock people. Because like biology and chemistry and all the life science classes were always above ground, but they put all the earth sciences underground. Like the classes were always in the basement, so we call them the rock people. Honestly, we were just jealous because their classes were so much cooler during the day. Oh my god. Cheers. Mickey, if she wasn't your girlfriend, I would say you should be on my team. However, understood. Is chemistry a life science, though? I did inorganic, so kind of no. Am I a rock people? I might be. What up, Scooter? How are you, love? Geology. Oh no, I think there's more than one like science of rocks and sediment, right? Or is it just geology? I thought there was another one down there too. I didn't want to just say geology. There was geologist. One of my best friends was a geology major actually, but then I think there's a couple other. Or maybe it's just special sects of geology, like studying magma or like lava rock or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a very long time. The natural sciences. I am not. I'm in organic chemistry. That's like the definition of not natural, right? Hi, Duck. How are you, love? I'm major spood mama. However, I think. Oh my god, I got a picture of the jump. Oh god, I forgot. My brain. Is it natural science? Okay, just kidding. Yes. Oh, Deloney, are you gonna get a new bong? Ooh, is there a special like or shape you're looking for? Right. Thank you, Cake. That's what I was hoping Cake would speak up. I don't know anything about rocks or the earth. Like, I am dumb about the earth. Please correct me in any way, shape, or form. I feel like geology is like, think about how much earth there is. Like, geology is literally the earth. Like, earth itself. Like, gemstones and lava and magma and all, that's intense shit, man. I am not there. Why are my dogs so needy today? We snuggled all morning. You're fine. Howdy, little shits. Rocks for jocks. Which is funny. The geology teacher in college was one of our coaches. He had a PhD in geology. No shit. Coach for what sport, though? Organic chem is very much natural, hence organic. Exact. I did inorganic. I know my nose is stuffed, so I can't enunciate. Sorry. I'm very congested. Inorganic. I did not major in organic chemistry because organic chemistry is straight fucking hell. Also, everything you make is just brown. And in inorganic chemistry, we make fake banana smells and neon pink things, and that was much more fucking appealing. It's only his head, don't worry. Mineralogy. For jewelry people, they are gemologists. Oh. So what's the difference between a person who studies gemstones for jewelry versus a person who studies gemstones? Like, what are they looking at differently? Just curious. What up, Baron? How are you? Oh, I love that we're going to learn. When Cake and I take walks, I'm on the inside. I'm on one side of the road looking at mushrooms, and she's on the other picking up rocks. Bunch of nerds, dude. No one wants to take a walk with me because I stop every few steps to crouch and be like, oh my god, look at that bug. Like, every day after stream, I walk the perimeter of my yard and looking for bugs. I just like to look at bugs. I don't touch them. I get it. We nerds. Nerd life. Football? No shit. That kind of makes sense, though, honestly. He probably needed a physical outlet. Metal? I didn't even think of that. Yeah, like half the earth is fucking metal. Like Iron Chestnut said, like metallurgy? Inorganic just means everything that's not carbon chain BS. Thank fuck. Chair confirmation. That's all I have to say. Still haunts me. If I had to pick a science to just know, it would be planetary science. Space is pretty awesome. If I could go back, I mean, honestly, not that it even existed. I just wish it would have. I would have loved to study botany. Like, that was always the most interesting stuff to me. And so I originally started doing a biology program when I went to school. But my school, we were on the Pacific Northwest on the Puget Sound. So we were like amidst the ocean, right on the edge of it. And my school is in a harbor town. And so my school specialized in the study of algae. So or algae, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. So if you did a biology program at my school, that's just where most of your learning how to study biology, you did it with algae, which wasn't super fucking interesting, unfortunately, to me. Like, I like flowers and trees. Did it really? My school did not. I was really, I mean, when I went to school, not a lot of schools in Washington State had like specialized, like there was no zoology program. Like, you couldn't become a zoologist, which is what I wanted to do. You just did biology And then you could go do your master's somewhere, some other state, and hope for the best. But there was nothing that I like was interested in, even available in state and out of state tuition. If you're not from the U.S., in the U.S., we're like the United States of America. But like, if I live in one state and I want to go to school, like university in a different state, the tuition is 3 times as much. It's wild. It's like it's just, I don't know how, I don't understand it. I don't know how it's legal. It's crazy. I think the theory is like you don't live in the state, so you don't pay taxes there or something. I don't fucking know. It's weird. You had an MRI? No. You have COVID? Oh my God. Please take care of yourself. Please, 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 please hydrate and get salt in your body. Please take care of yourself. Geology is a very solid field. Heyo, until it's hot. One is more looking at the structure of the mineral and the host rock it comes from, and all that. Whereas a gemologist is only looking at the stone from a jeweler's. Oh, so like clarity, like the weird. I know what you mean. That's cool. I didn't know that. I'm jealous of you, Chucky. I went to the technical school at Penn State. Holy fuck yeah, it is. Out of state tuition, fuck me, dude. I almost did it. Like, my parents were like, you'll never, blah, blah, blah. But like, I was pulling out loans no matter what. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna be buried in student loans regardless of where I go. And I mean, Washington State doesn't even have a mortuary school. I know, crazy. I wanted to be a mortician first. Because dead people don't bother me. I've been around a lot of death my whole life. So I was like, someone's got to do it. Like, why not? Instead, I went to school and did the thing where you kill the people instead, which is super. Why? No. The internet sounds. Sorry, the music was really quiet, but I could hear like that at the beginning of this album, and it was driving me nuts. Anyways, there was just like the closest to like a zoology program was at Wazoo, which was like an agriculture program. And those are not the same thing. So I danced around a lot in school. I probably only needed to go to school for maybe 8 years. I think one of the years, like if you just like, pulled all the bullshit classes throughout my entire college education time and put them together, it was probably a full year of just like bullshit of me trying to figure out what the fuck, because nothing I wanted to do was available. And like botany and zoology, entomology, that was my ultimate goal. No entomology programs in Washington State. At least when I was applying to college. And so those aren't weird programs. It's just in Washington, it's a lot of agriculture and shit like that. Or a lot of ocean study. Like if you do microbiology, you're probably going to study plankton and shit like that from the ocean. Just because they're on the ocean, And it's like, I don't know. I felt kind of tricked a little into doing things I didn't really want to do because everyone was like, no, it's the same thing. And you're like, no, it's not. Stop lying. I had to take gym class. Dude, I had to take I took Greek mythology. I loved it, but it was one of the most, I paid $5,000 to take a class I didn't need. I took, what was the other one? Cinema. I'm not even shitting you. I had to take a class just called cinema, where I went to a huge auditorium and we had this like stoner ass teacher show us a movie and talk about it. I paid so much money for these classes because they were like the general requirements, bullshit classes, whatever. And it's like, you're just stuck taking whatever's available that quarter. Like if you have a spare spot open, you just panic and look and you're like, that'll fit. I took so many that's how I ended up taking Russian. I took 6 years of Russian and European history because just trying to fill shit up. Like it's so like if I could go back, I would have done everything through community college. It's smaller classes. I think you get a much better education because of smaller classes, and you get the exact same fucking degree. Like you can do almost every single class you need at a community college, transfer to university, take your one last class, boom, you got a degree. And you paid an eighth of what everyone at the university is paying. And you probably got a better education. It doesn't make sense to me why they're so, like, looked down on. I don't get it. To this day, I still remember my professors at the community college that I went and, like, took extra classes at by name because they were so fucking cool. It's the way to go. I would suggest that to any single person looking for college. That or a trade school. I wish I would have gone to a trade school, because I feel like going to university is one thing. It does we can't it's hard, you can't say like a degree says nothing. Getting a degree at a university says like you are able to commit yourself to something and complete it. You did it. Good job. But it doesn't make you smarter or a better person. And all it is a piece of paper saying I read some books. Like, no one gives a fuck about my GPA or any of that once you graduate. Whereas if you go to a trade school, you get a physical skill that is. Do you have a welding certification? You got it. Like, you can weld. You have so many opportunities to do different jobs and different career things the rest of your life if you have a welding certification, shit like that. Whereas at a university, you don't get anything like that. Like, my skills are I know how to clean glassware for a chemistry lab. Great real life skill I got. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm jealous of that. Did all my general ED credit at CC, then went to uni for my major. I'm so jealous. I did it backwards. I went to uni first, like fucked around for 3 years, and then almost flunked out because it was exceedingly difficult. And so I started taking classes at community college to like supplement, because the problem, at least with my university, I don't know if everybody had this problem. It was like, if I wanted to take chemistry 221, 222, and 223, they were only available fall, winter, and spring quarter. And if you didn't get 221 in the fall, you don't get to take 222 in the winter. You have to wait an entire year for 221 again. And I mean, the class just fills up before you can get to it. Like, literally, these classes fill up so fucking fast. It's crazy. And so you would end up just filling your time with bullshit just to stay in school. And so what I found out is you could go to like the technical college or the community college and start getting the classes that would fill up fast at the university. And I just started taking the vast majority of my classes, like everything I could at the community college, because my teachers were they were smarter. They were more personal. They remembered my fucking name. Like, imagine. And like, this is probably just my personal like stigma or preference or whatever. But when I was at the community college and the technical college, most of the class was already adults. Most of it was literally like men and women who had had kids or too early, like accidentally, or something had happened, and they were paying for school out of pocket, working full time, and had a family, and they were serious fucking students. They didn't fuck around. They weren't like talking about skipping class because they don't need to be there. They were there every day, and they would guilt the fuck out of you if you didn't show up, like the students. And I liked that. I love that intense, like, we're here for a fucking reason. I ain't here to fuck around and make friends. I can do that anytime. I'm paying a lot of money to sit in this room right now. Like, let's do the job. I love that atmosphere so much better. Whereas the university, it's like, it's a mixed bag. But a lot of the time you're sitting in there with, like, you know, baby fetuses, 18-year-olds that were me, that just don't know what the fuck's going on. They're fucking around, whatever. It's hard to get into the learning mode when you're in that. Pretty much. My degree in welding and fabrication engineering, dude, yes. My college was a 2 and 2 degree, 2 years hands-on, 2 years theoretical. That's the way a lot of respiratory programs are now, and I fucking love it. Like, it's so much better than when I went to school. That's what they do. They do 2 years of like in class, like intensive learning the body, you know, basically nursing school. And then the next 2 years, you literally go work in the hospital. You shadow someone, and that's where you put all your knowledge to work. And it's the best. I really think they should do that more often. I think there's a vast difference between people who can memorize book information and pass a test and get straight A's, and people who can apply that information. And I know a lot of doctors who will graduate with a doctorate and they can't keep a job because they cannot apply their knowledge. So they end up going and working in a lab and just studying. They wanted deeply to do patient care, and they physically can't. And if someone maybe would have done something like in-person like stuff way at the beginning with them, they would have figured that out a lot earlier and changed career paths or something, you know, not wasted their life. The worst class I had to take was modern Ignatian spirituality experiences. Oh, Koto, yes, it's so good. I'm trying to open it right now. I'm trying to restart Steam. I think Steam might need Steam has. I mean, I'm sure you guys game every day like I do. Steam has had like an update every day this week, right? It's not just me. Like every day if I close Steam, I reopen it, there's a new update. I'm trying to close it right now and see if it's got one. I don't fucking know. It's not that it's fucked with anything, but it's weird. I've never had that many Steam updates in such a short amount of time before. That was you in your 30s, full-time job and paid my way. Yep. And that was most of the people in my class, but I respected that. Like, I was living off student loans and working at Lowe's full-time to try to pay my rent at home. So, like, I kind of got it. Like, I wasn't a rich kid living off mommy and daddy. Like, I was definitely fucking scraping barrels. My wife and I met in a private liberal arts college and both spent over $100 to get teaching degrees. She makes more, over $100? Wait. Like, way over $100 to get a degree, right? She makes more as a cosplayer streamer than a teacher. I make exceptionally more money as a streamer than I ever did as a respiratory therapist at Johns Hopkins. Quite literally in charge of lives. Like, all the lives. And that is fucking disgusting. I'm very grateful that I was able to find something like this to do for a living, but every nurse in the world is struggling. Nurses, of all people, should not be struggling to pay a damn bill. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I don't know a nurse that only works at one hospital. They have to supplement by getting another job. Like, that's some fucked up shit. End of story. I have nothing to add to that. Like, that's disgusting. Not many people are able to find, like, this weird ass, be able to stream and quit what they're doing and and actually, like, you know, not live paycheck to paycheck and starve. Nurses should not be struggling to pay bills. Period. And they are. Like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Shush. Nobody cares. My aunt works in a nursing home and some hospitals. Yeah, that's most people. Because what happens is most hospitals, but by that I mean every hospital I've ever worked at, however, I've heard rumor of different. Okay, Steam's open. We're good. There wasn't an update, but I have had a lot of weird Steam updates. Don't deafen us, game. What happens is when all the hospitals I've ever worked at, they only schedule in 12-hour increments. So you work 12s. Like, that's what you work. So you either work 7 to 7, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or you work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 6:30 or whatever. It's usually around the same time. And because of that, so after 3 days, 3 times 12, you've already worked 36, 26 hours. But if you 36 hours, Katie, I can't speak. Sorry, I'm stoned. If you work another 12, you're over 40 hours overtime. No hospital will pay overtime unless they're in a moment of crisis, even during COVID. Yay. So every hospital I've ever worked at, they only schedule you 3 days a week. That's your full-time. Full-time at a hospital is 36 hours a week, period, end of story. So to make full-time hours, you got to go get another job at a different hospital. Literally. It's fucking weird. No one cares. You can work 3 shifts. You could work 6 days a week. Like, you could literally come off 3 shifts at another hospital, go on to the 3 shifts at the other hospital. They don't give a fuck. You can't do it at the same one. None of it makes sense. It's really fucked up. Do you want an RT on day 1 or day 6? You don't get to pick. They just don't want to. Honestly, it's not really worth it. In my experience, every time I've been paid overtime,